Hi guys, it's Carol from Cape Cod Cottage Garden, and the following video is a video I took towards the end of August when I went to visit my daughter at her farm in upstate New York. So I thought I'd bring you guys along and give you a look at her property and just talk about the weekend we had together. It's not really gardening content. I do show you her garden and the amazing stuff she grew in her little tiny plot, way better than my garden. Anyways, here you go. Hi guys, I'm at my daughter's house again in upstate New York. There's one of her feral barn kitties. Looks pretty feral, huh? They were feral, but now they're the sweetest little things. Anyways, look at the butterfly. The property still looks gorgeous. You can see some of the color coming in on the trees back there. Just lovely. Right now the fountain is off. The fountain only goes on every other hour, I believe, just to conserve energy. Her hydrangeas look really pretty still. Let's go take a look at the ducks. I like to check on them at least a few times a day because they are free ranging. Well, as I'm walking over to the duck shed in the paddock, where they usually stay in the paddock, they were all out here by this tree, outside of the paddock, the little stinkers. Let's see where they are now. Oh, there they are. Sorry, I'm just walking, free holding my camera. I forget what kind of ducks these are. They're some kind of hybrid layer. They haven't started laying yet because they just got these ducks, I believe, in June. My daughter got married in June. They moved to this property, oh gosh, hasn't been very long. And since then, they're at the age where they have weddings every other weekend. So they really haven't had that much time on home, actually. They're all inside. They make quite a racket. I just think they're so cute. Now guys, I just replaced this water about 2.5 hours ago. And look how dirty it is. So that water gets replaced 2 to 3 times a day at least. Ducks, I believe, are very labor intensive and they're very messy. But they are cute. If I ask my daughter, I'll find out the name of this hybrid and show you. I think I scared them all back into the pen they have here, but they have all of this space to roam around during the day. And then they go in this shed at night. So yeah, it's really funny to see my city daughter cleaning out the duck shed the last couple of nights I've been here. She's lived in Chicago in a high-rise, the both of them, prior to moving to this property. Now, I've raised chickens in the past, and I love raising chickens. Someday when I don't have to work anymore, and I can dedicate my time to one home instead of 2, I will probably get just a handful of chickens. I mean, I had something like 28 chickens at one point. You get a little chicken obsessed. Let's see if I can get these guys to come out. But if I do it again, it will be on a much smaller scale. No, don't go in your house. I guess we'll have to come back because I frightened them back into the house. But aren't they cute? So there is 2 barns on property and a few paddocks. This paddock they just let go. It's all wildflowers in. This is like 23 acres. It's a lot to mow, so they just let the paddocks go for now. This is one of the barns. I can take you inside. So they had horses on property, and they used this as kind of like an indoor arena. They have a small John Deere that I think he does most of the mowing with this tractor, but he also had to go out and buy this tractor. Oh, maybe he does. I think he mows the back fields with this. Which to me, it's just hysterical to me. We call him Farmer Gucci, and I'll show you in a minute why we call him Farmer Gucci. So then I can go at the back here. I didn't turn the lights on. Sorry, guys. I probably should have. But here's another paddock over here. That goes out to the back fields. And there's the paddock in front where the ducks are. And there is a 3-stall run-in over there in the future if they want to get horses or other livestock. And here's the other barn. And one of the barn kitties. This is Sesame. Hi. This cat was feral. As you can see, one of her ears has been clipped because what they do, apparently, see that ear, is that they take them off the streets, they spay them, and then they clip the top of the ear off, so when they see the cat out and about, they know that this one's already been neutered. My daughter rescued 2 of them. When she first brought them home, she left them in this barn for about 3 weeks or so. They literally were so afraid of human contact that they climbed the walls to escape humans. So much so, let me show you what my son-in-law had to do. Let's go in this barn, I'll show you. So they got so scared, they were so scared of humans that they climbed up here under the walls and they were inside the insulation. So they got nervous that they were gonna get stuck in there or, you know, just die in there. So my son-in-law took off all of the walls and ripped out the insulation to get the kitties out. They do have an apartment up here that they are going to refinish. And this barn has 1, 2, 3 really good sized stalls. And even over here, it has like a little area for a wash stall and a little area behind this wall for tack. It's really dark. I don't know why I didn't turn on the lights, but I'll show you this stall because they're really pretty good size. They all have separate entries to the paddock, which is nice. They just put a kitty door in so the kitties can go in and out. Oh my gosh, you guys are out of food? Let me fill their food bowl because he's legit climbing up my leg. Food has been given. All is well with the world. You're gonna climb me again? You are so friendly. So this is Sesame. The other kitty is Ginger. She's a little more shy, but you can pat her when she's eating. If she's eating, she won't run away from you. She will let you pat her. So I'm standing on the edge of the driveway, and her garden is way out there. Let's walk out there, and while I walk out there, I'm sorry for the jostling camera, I don't have my camera holder thing. While we were out here last night harvesting some vegetables, and I'll pop in some pictures of her amazing pink Berkeley tie-dye tomatoes. So the funny story about this is my son-in-law built 2 garden boxes. He built them really deep. And I said, I think they're maybe 24 inches deep or something like that. And I said, that's gonna cost so much money to fill with soil. Why do you need them so deep? So anyway, so he went and he got soil from a local farmer. And when I looked at it, it like had chunks of like horse manure you could kind of see. And I go, this is gonna be too hot to put in your garden. You're gonna put it in, nothing's gonna grow. I don't know, I wasn't so sure about it. So I gave them a bunch of plants that I grew from seed that I had left over. They didn't pick them up till late June after their wedding. So they didn't put these in till like July 1st or something like that. Well, you cannot believe how gorgeous. They didn't stake anything, they didn't do anything. They threw the plants in the ground, they put a little drip system in and forgot about them. And I can't tell you, her stuff is producing this year much better than mine. Now they have a lot of weeds, obviously, but I watch my garden every day. I'm out there toiling and thinking about it and changing things and, you know, babying it and patting it and talking to it. They've done nothing and their produce is crazy amazing. Give me 1 second to open the gate and I'll come back. So they just have these 2 beds. Yeah, and I do believe they're 24 inches at least tall. These are all vegetables, a little bit of vegetables, and she just threw like a wildflower mix in the back of that. Guys, I think I'll try to pop in the pictures of some of the tomatoes we took just last night, but this is the same eggplant I'm growing at home, the Rossi, whatever it's called, Bianco. I'll write it at the bottom. Look at the size of this eggplant. This needs to be picked. It is giant. There's another one. Thought I saw another one over here. Where's the other one? Oh. Look at that. Look at that, how big it is. I didn't get any this big, nothing. And the tomatoes, they didn't stake them, they didn't do anything. There is probably hundreds and hundreds of tomatoes in here in really good size. Like her pink Berkeley tie-dye were bigger than my hand that we pulled last night. Huge, and look at them all. The lighting's not so great, but there is tomatoes all over this plant. Tons. And that's just one plant. Here's some more. And in here, they're just everywhere. Tons. Look at down here. Look at the tomatoes. Can you see them? It's hard to see, but there's a whole bunch right there too. They're growing like apples on a tree. I'm just so happy for them. So it is kind of a mess because nothing is staked, but it's not stopping the production at all. At all. Look at the amount of tomatoes growing here. And like, I have to be honest with you, in my garden, I'm barely getting any tomatoes now. My tomato plants look terrible and I'm not getting a lot of tomatoes. She's got some lovely zinnias, some cosmos. I'm feeling into the sun. I mean, just lovely. So I'll walk you over to the pond now and give you a look. The fountain will be off right now because it's on the off hour. But I wanted to tell you a little story about these kitties that we love so much. Last night, my daughter and I were in the garden picking vegetables, and the kitties, of course, follow us because they're like little puppy dogs. They're not very friendly. And one of the kitties came into the garden with us, and we saw her playing around in the tall grass weeds on the side. And what she did was she flushed out a baby bunny. We saw it happen right before our eyes. She flushed out the bunny. The bunny went for the tree line, and there was Ginger, the other cat, ready to snatch it. And did it snatch it? Yes, it did. It caught that bunny, was carrying it around by its neck. The bunny was screaming. My daughter was screaming. She was absolutely horrified. So I chased the kitty to try to scare it from killing the bunny, and it went into the woods. So we just continued to kind of call for it and clap our hands, and next thing we know, the little bunny comes running out of the woods, runs across the fields, the cats lose sight of it, and it gets away. So if anybody is my age and knows the reference, it was a real Mutual of Omaha moment, which my daughter did not appreciate whatsoever. So the kitties, they grew up living on the streets, so they have some hunting skills. So this is their right backfield. Their property goes way beyond that tree line, believe it or not. And every day there's deer in here. I'll pop in a little picture. When I came home from getting coffee this morning around 7 a.m., there was 6 deer right out here in the field. It's a very distant picture because I didn't want to scare them off, but I'll pop it in. This is a little fire pit here, right down by the lake. Has a nice little hydrangea. They use this when they have friends over and they make s'mores and stuff like that. And here is the pond. Now this little dock could use, I just scared some frogs in. This dock could use some work. Oh, frogs jumping all over the place. Believe it or not, early in the summer, everywhere I look, there's frogs jumping, guys, and I'm getting distracted. There is fish in here. Last time I was here, they did not have this algae bloom here. It's probably just a summertime thing. But believe it or not, my brother-in-law and a couple of his buddies swam in here. But they did find a snapping turtle. So there is no way in heck I'm swimming in this pond. This is a peaceful place to read a book, isn't it? And here is my daughter's indoor cat. Hi, Zora. Isn't she cute? She's not allowed outside. I don't know. She doesn't have those same survival instincts as the other two kitties. I'm heading to the grocery store, and I just wanted to show you the view on the way to the grocery store. It's crazy. Let me zoom in. Mountains in the background. My camera is just not doing it justice. It's a huge valley. I just cleaned their water yet again. So I'm getting ready to leave. Hold on. Can't get out. I'm getting ready to leave. The sun is coming up, as you can see in the sky there. And I went to look in the backyard to see if I could see any deer. And I don't know if you can see them, but they're so cute. You can see the little ears. They're laying down in the grass. There's 1, 2, 3. They're really hard to see on camera, guys, because it's far away. We can just see. Maybe I can startle them to get up. But they're always in the yard. It's really shaky because I have it zoomed in. Sorry, guys. Let me zoom out. You can see how far away they are. Anyways, I tried. There's a few out there. It's beautiful in the morning. Until next time, New York. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.